I'm Anil Kumar, and in this question, we will try to understand how to utilize our knowledge about cofunction identities. The question here is, write an equation that is equivalent to each of the following. We have actually two different equations, two different examples. Let's call them A and B. First one is y equals to minus 2 sine x minus 3 pi by 2 plus 5. We have to write an equivalent equation. So we can replace sine with cos and then write. The second one is y equals to minus 2 cos x plus pi by 2 plus 5. Very similar equations with very minor difference, but it will help us to understand the concept which we have learned about cofunction identity. Now let's do the first one, which is minus 2 sine x minus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 plus 5. Now when we say sine x minus 3 pi by 2, it means what? It means that the angle, let us say, is x here. Then we do minus 3 pi by 2. That means from here we take away 1 pi by 2, right? So we come here, then we take the other pi by 2, we go right across, and then we take another pi by 2. So we land up here somewhere. If we land up here in this quadrant, we know sine is positive, right? So we are expecting a positive value. Now since sine is positive, if I write this in terms of its cofunction, which is going to be cosine, this part of the expression should remain positive, correct? And therefore I can write my equation as y equals to minus 2 cos of the angle, right? So in this case the angle is x plus 5. Why cos of x? Since cos of x minus 3 pi by 2 will give us cos of x. Since cos of x will return positive value, and we are expecting a positive value for the same, right? That is why. Now let's do the next one. The next one is very similar, but with a very critical difference. Here we have y equals to minus 2 cos of x plus pi by 2, e plus 5. So as you know, whenever we have in a given right triangle angles as x and x plus pi by 2 or minus pi by 2, well, in this case this will be, let me write this as x minus pi by 2. Then we know cos changes to sine and sine changes to cos, correct? Now, so that is the cofunction identity we are talking about. When we have cos of x plus pi by 2, if this is the angle x, let us say, then x plus pi by 2 will be what? We will add pi by 2 to it, right? So it will be this angle. So that becomes x plus pi by 2. Okay? So as you can see from here, if you are considering the triangles, the cosine becomes the sine. So cosine is this side over r. Now this side becomes the vertical sine, right? So therefore we get sine. Now cos of x plus pi by 2 means we are in quadrant 2 where cos is negative. Since cos is negative, the cofunction sine should come with negative sign, correct? And therefore we can write this as y equals to minus 2, and instead of cos of x plus pi by 2 we will write minus sine x plus 5, and therefore we get our equation as plus 2 sine x plus 5. So that becomes an equivalent expression or equation from cos to sine in the given case, right? So I hope that helps. So the idea here is whenever you're working on cofunction identities, figure out whether the trigonometric ratio part is positive or negative. If it is positive, just write with the same sign. If it is negative, then write with the negative sign of the cofunction. Then you'll always get it right. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.